It's bursting with guns, sick leather jackets, and enough explosions to make even Michael Bay blush. But should you play Gungrave Gore? Let's discuss this outrageous early 2000s throwback. How's it going, everyone? Miles Dampierre here. So I've spent the last week blasting my way through the over-the-top action game Gungrave Gore on Xbox Series X. This is the latest entry in the long-running series originally popularized back on the PS2. While Gungrave has spawned several sequels and its own anime adaptation, I went into Gungrave Gore pretty much blind. I had never played the previous titles or watched a single episode of the anime. That being said, the iconic early 2000s inspired aesthetic and emphasis on good old-fashioned shoot-'em-up gameplay piqued my curiosity. After sinking my teeth into the meat of Gungrave Gore, I have plenty of opinions on this fascinating callback to a forgotten era in gaming. Before I share my thoughts, I'm curious to hear from you. Have you played any Gungrave titles? And what's your interest in Gungrave Gore? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you're digging my videos and want to show your support, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Now, let's discuss whether or not you should play Gungrave Gore. Most players will probably know within 10 minutes if Gungrave Gore is up their alley. Its distinctive brand of unforgiving early 2000s influenced cheese might not align with modern sensibilities, but there's something charming about how hard it commits to being ridiculous. The opening cutscene sets the tone of the entire experience and really tells you everything you need to know about Gungrave Gore. I mean, come on! A badass Vampire Hunter D looking dude jumping out of a steel coffin to pull off a 180 neck snap? I'm already sold. Unfortunately, if you don't appreciate this emphasis on corny action and nonsensical violence, you likely won't appreciate the overall gameplay either. At its core, Gungrave Gore is simple and straightforward. You'll progress through a series of missions that essentially involve moving forward and shooting anything and everything in your way. Dozens of enemies will desperately attempt to stop your advances, but they're typically no match for your apocalyptic arsenal. If you're a fan of explosions and senseless destruction, this title from Korean developer Iggymob scratches a very particular itch. With chaotic third-person shooting and flashy finishers that manipulate time, Gungrave Gore feels like a nostalgic love child spawned from Max Payne and Devil May Cry. The moment-to-moment gameplay is instantly infectious and delivers a sick sense of satisfaction as you watch obstacles and enemies around you explode into fire and chunks of gore. While there is an upgrade tree with stat increases, special abilities, and additional combo unlocks, I wouldn't go into Gungrave Gore expecting much in terms of depth. The outstanding industrial metal soundtrack, frantic gunplay, and streamlined flow of stages are where this arcade-inspired shooter truly shines. Gungrave Gore doesn't try to incorporate open-world mechanics, RPG systems, or a battle pass. It simply wants you to jump in for 30 minutes at a time and blow stuff up. Even as someone who generally enjoyed Gungrave Gore, I will say it's definitely not a game for everyone. It aggressively leans into the ideals of the early 2000s in detrimental ways. I think we can all agree that leather jackets and wearing sunglasses indoors is pretty damn cool, but I didn't always appreciate the gameplay of Gungrave Gore being trapped in the past. From goofy quick-time events to baffling platforming sections, this shooter struggled to improve upon the fundamentals established by its predecessors. There were also occasional difficulty spikes that felt wildly imbalanced compared to typical enemy encounters. Gungrave Gore would dump as many enemies as it possibly could on the screen and basically say, "Good luck." After investing in some stat upgrades and unlocking new abilities, it became more manageable, but the inconsistencies were frequently frustrating. I also think it should be illegal for developers to introduce train stages where the player can get knocked off the train and instantly die. Mostly, I had a blast turning off my brain, vibing to some tunes, and laying waste to thousands of mecha military personnel and mutated monstrosities in Gungrave G.O.R.E. The bonkers gunplay and constant drip of propane-fueled destruction delighted my senses and kept me pushing forward in this simplistic shooter. The 2000s influence will unquestionably appeal to a hyper-specific audience, but the nostalgia can only do so much heavy lifting. Thankfully, Gungrave G.O.R.E launches day one on Xbox Game Pass, which makes it very easy and cheap to try it for yourself. What are your thoughts on Gungrave G.O.R.E? Will you be giving this third-person shooter a try? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Thanks so much for everything you do. Keep that passion burning, and we'll catch you in the next video.